Howdy guys, my name is Peggy, and welcome back to Ultrakill. Again. Yeah, I know, I finally decided that I think I'm going to focus on Ultrakill more right now. If, like I say every time, if y'all have any games you want me to play, besides Ultrakill, please let me know. But yeah, I think I'm going to make Noita, like, a little bit more of a one-off for the time being, and I might finish it later. I've just been getting more reception on this, and I like playing Ultrakill. So, there's that. Sorry, I'm trying to move my mouse, like, absolutely minimally right now. Sorry, I hope y'all didn't see that. I, as per usual, have been recording this a lot today. So, and this, I want that too. So, yeah, I already did this. Spoilers, I guess. I don't think it was really much of a secret, because, you know, giant zombie guy in the background, yeah, of course, is gonna be the boss. So I'm sorry for spoilers, but whatever. I'm just gonna read this, because it's the only new guy we have right now, and let's just get right into it. Soldier. Greater Husk. Soldiers are an augmented version of strays, whose technological implants have been scavenged from broken machines to channel hell energy with greater efficiency. This increase of power gives soldiers more self-confidence, causing them to act more aggressively than normal strays. Despite their enhancements, their intelligence remains low, and it has yet to be determined who or what actually augmented them. Okay, again, I say this every time. But Ultrakill analog horrormen? Because, like, these souls that were just, like, pulled from the aftermath of some, like, great war are, like, now living out their eternal punishment in the depths of hell, but then some unknowable ancient power, like, is making them super powerful with technological enhancements beyond their comprehension. Like, what? When? How? What? Where? I would pay for Ultrakill. Ultrakill analog horror. We'll read that guy after. But today, I have, really a little bit of a new thing I wanted to. This is gonna be less like banter and more like, and more of like, what's it, just like yapping. I don't ask me what the difference is, they're both words that I know, so, that's evil. Okay. But yeah, I had this really interesting conversation the other day with two people about economic systems. What? Secret? Yeah, I know, that sounds just purely riveting, I know. But I am somebody that is personally really fascinated with things like anthropology and just how human society works in general. So we're gonna yap about something that I think is really important to talk about, especially in our society. Economic systems. Now, if you live in America, which is most of my leadership, then you probably have heard somebody say, like, in your life, like, oh, capitalism is the best, communism is bad. Or just something along the line of, oh, those dirty commies, whether it's not. And, okay, that's fair. I mean, it's okay that we live in a country with a lot of propaganda, and a lot of people in America probably do not like communism. That's okay. I was over here last time for the spirit orb that was in here, and I saw this. Don't know what it is. It's a water control. I don't know, I just like breaking things. Okay, but yummy. But yeah, not many people actually know what socialism and communism is. So let's just start with the definition. Just a little disclaimer. I want to like, be as, like, centrist, or not centrist, but, like, honest, and, like, be minimally, swayed either side, while I'm talking to y'all about this, because I really hope I don't have, like, a breakthrough somewhere or something. Because I think it's kind of, like, frustrating almost. Oh, come on. That's a secret. That's a secret right there, man. It is not. Okay. I'm smarter than the game devs. I think it's really weird that a lot of people just, like, talk about what's socialism. So, communism, first of all, right off the bat, it's something that doesn't exist. I feel like that's something, like, not a lot of people, like, realize. But communism has never, like, once actually existed in human history. Like, there's been some better examples of it, but it's never actually existed, and I'll tell you why. Because communism, by definition, requires somebody to give up their power. Like, it requires, like, one main person, or just an amount of people that are taking control over the government, the production, policy changes, stuff like that. And that does usually mean dictatorship or oligarchy, but in some ways that can actually be not bad. As communism is really made more for, like, smaller groups, especially, like, work unions, for people to be able to liberate themselves. That's something not a lot of people know, because whenever you look at historical examples of being used in a country, yeah, it's not, like, a really good system that works. And there's black. What? Oh, this guy teleports, okay. I love your weird turquoise body, and your lasers are just really spectacular, I love it. Your blue things with skulls on them. Oh, you explode too, that's just anime, okay. But yeah, they take over the means of production. Secret. I'm the secret genius. I'm not even a secret genius, I'm the secret master. I feel like a one-off boss guy. There's be more of this. Oh, more skills. More anime guys. What was I saying? Yeah, but this person takes over the means of production, and enacts a lot of policy changes that are more... Everybody puts in their fair cut, and then that fair cut gets put to the government, and then the government pays everyone back. And this makes it, like, really, really fair. It doesn't feel fair, but you have to look at it from, like, a moral perspective. Everyone puts in a share, and that group pile gets shared out to everyone. And the person in charge will enact this, and then once it is set to a way where everyone can have their own part in government, democracy and communism are actually things that usually go hand in hand. Don't touch any water. Wasn't there a whole section under whatever? What is it? The people are able to come together to not only have their own fair share in policy changes. The policy changes are fair because everyone has their fair share in them. It's really democracy that is set in by the person in control. And then they step down. Problem is, nobody's ever actually stepped down. If you look at it from, like, a realistic perspective, there is not a world where the person in power will be willing to step down. Which is unfortunate, really, because communism is a system that looks good on paper, I'll give it that. I'm not saying it never works. There are, like, examples of where communism would have fixed things. But, like, at the same time that people can just say, like, oh, communism's the worst, capitalism is the best. Oh, capitalism is the worst, communism is best. What? Did I miss something? Oh. Yep. Yep. What is all this for? Who is breaking into lust, really? I hope I can get, like, caged. Checkpoint. The people don't step down. That's the issue. You look at Soviet Russia under Stalinism. Someone was supposed to step down, and that's kind of what was going to happen with Trotsky. In case you don't know, Trotsky was his second in command. You might be able to guess what happened to his second in command. But Stalin is known for killing his adversaries, and he was famously known as a single person dictator, so yeah. She did. It's not like a health thing. Okay, I've never died in that guy before. Dude. I love it. Also, can we just talk about the way that this section is, like, put? It's just so amazing. There isn't, like, scary, like, big, terrifying music. There isn't just, like, a giant health bar that comes on screen. It's just a hand, like, reaching at you from the darkness. That's inherently kind of scary. Whatever. But yeah. In the same vein that you can say that communism, like, never works, at the same time, like, capitalism has a lot of examples of it failing. What is it? You look at, like, what capitalism, like, filled the niche of? Like, what it did was, it was the system that came in after feudalism. Like, I have to go get the face, and I have to go put the face on the face pedestal, and then I have to go face the face, face the guy, a lot of faces. But yeah. Is anybody saying that we would prefer feudalism? No. Capitalism has a lot of merits because it's better than feudalism. But something you have to look at from just a moral perspective is that, yeah, you're going to have people that don't put in their fair share in communism. But everyone still gets a fair share. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people would be happy just, like saying that, like, oh, yes, all poor people should starve to death, all children without parents should die. Roads? Who needs them? Like, there is no world where a purely capitalistic society is working, and there's no world where a purely communistic society is working. Socialism is kind of, it's kind of a mix of both. You see that in France, Germany, a lot of Europe, actually. It is characterized mostly by things like, wow, oh, I thought I could parry. Things like free healthcare. I can parry them. Like a good example of, I have died to this guy so many times. Bam. What is it? Come on. What was I even saying? I'm sorry, guys. Killing the immortal corpse king. Minos, apparently. Yay. 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 Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have a lot to say about socialism and capitalism. Just main checkpoints. I believe that both communism and capitalism have their merits, but we have to keep in mind not only that as Americans or just as people in the world, we are people talking from the perspective of living in capitalism or pseudo-capitalism. Or just like an economic system in general and talking about other economic systems. We have to keep that in mind. And so we're going to have a little bit of bias. And also, humans aren't immortal. Like there's really no world where... Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this real quick. Asa! Always, baby, always. There's really no world where a system under humans will 100% of the time work. Like, all systems will fail eventually. So, yeah. I feel like that is important to keep in mind. While I just have my finishing remarks, let's look at this. So yeah, we killed this guy. Let's talk about him next time. But this guy was really interesting. I love the Corpse King. That's kind of long. Oh, we'll talk about that next time. Anyway, yeah. There's no system that's really, like, the best system, but it's a good conversation to have to, like, talk about what these words actually mean and what our feelings on them are. Like, you may have gone into this hearing, like, oh, communism, I'm immediately against this person. That's okay. That's okay. But, yeah. Y'all let me know if y'all liked just a yapping episode like this. I don't know if it would have worked for y'all. But I liked it. So, just let me know in the comments. And that's all I have. So, bonjour.